Hi, good morning, everybody. Happy Monday and happy February. It's February 1st.
Yay.
January's over with. Done. Goodbye. You can say goodbye to January. It's a whole new month. February is great because it's Valentine's Day in February. The 14th, just thought I'd remind you. Just kidding. But I hope everybody's had a wonderful weekend. We were planning on watching the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And then we realized that it was not yesterday. After we, got all settled in and we even cooked food and discovered that it's not till next week. So
we're the worst football fans ever.
So we watched a movie instead. But anyway, it was pretty funny. We get a kick out of it. So happy to have you here this morning for kettlebell training with RKC certified kettlebell trainer, Mr. David Hills.
I'm Coach Kendra McLaughlin.
I am the trainee, the assistant, the one who asks all the funky questions that you want to ask. So, by the way, if you do have questions, don't forget to drop them below. We can answer those after our show. Our show. This is a show.
That's right.
We're here with our studio.
You can ask kettlebell questions or anything else. We pretty much know everything. So
it's not true. We know nothing. So the thing that I want to talk about this morning before we get started with our workout is, are you having fun? I mean, are you having fun? So a lot of times, and I do the same thing, a lot of times we have goals, we have big goals, maybe it's a car, maybe it's a job, a career, a relationship, and we have these goals and we get all serious about it and try to, and we're struggling to get to the end of when we get that, whatever it is that our goal is, and we don't have fun in the meantime. The fun is in the journey, everybody. The fun isn't at the end. Yeah, you have a little bit of fun at the end because you go, yeah, I got the new car. And then you hop in and you drive around and that's it. The fun is in the journey. If you're not having fun in your journey, then you need to adjust some things because the fun is along the way. We have fun when we're, whether it's losing weight, getting in shape, whatever the goal is for you, have fun along the way. That's the whole idea of it. That's the journey of it. And you wait until you lose the weight, and you're gonna be like, okay, is this it? What's next? What's my next goal? And then you never have fun. So we try to have fun every day. We literally laugh the minute we get up in the morning at something that we've done or something that we're going to be doing, or even if it's something that you don't want to do, whether it's work or a task that you're putting off, if you look at it in a different perspective and you make it a fun event and you have fun with it, it makes it a totally different thing. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I have to go to the post office later. That's never fun to me, but I'm going to make it fun because it's for a really good reason.
Well, you're going to be delivering some gifts.
Yeah, my daughter's birthday is on Saturday. So she'll be 39 years old.
Hand-painted wrapping paper.
Yeah, and so I'm excited to send that package out. She lives in California, so I'm going to be sending that out to her for her birthday in February 6th. 39 years ago, I had her. Wow. Mm-hmm. Seems like yesterday. Anyway, so we are here for a workout. So if you have your kettlebells, grab your kettlebells. Put the coffee down. If you're sitting there with your coffee, get up and at least move your body. You can just do the warm-up with us if you want. You don't necessarily have to do an entire workout, but
it should.
Getting your body in shape and moving your body is the foundation of your life. This is the foundation. This is what you should be doing every single day. It's the foundation of your day. It'll make your day go smoother. You'll feel better. All that good stuff. So we're going to get started with a little bit of a warm-up. So everybody up off your couches and chairs, and let's do some hopping, I think.
Yeah.
So the cool part about this hopping is you're literally just letting your arms drop down. So you really have to try it because it looks like we're just hopping here. But we're letting our arms drop down, letting your shoulders drop down, getting rid of some of that tension that you may have in your shoulder and neck area. I hold a lot of stress in that area. I sit on the computer a lot because I do work at home. Same thing with this one. This is like flicking water off your pinky. So picture yourself at the airport or in the store when you had to use the bathroom and you wash your hands. I hope you're washing your hands, everybody.
30, 40 times a day.
And there's no paper towels. You have to do this. And you're just dropping your shoulders down. Heart openers. As we open up our hearts, we feel the gratitude for everything that we have in our lives. And as we come around, we tap our bodies. Tapping, as I say every day, great for your body. You can actually tap your entire body. I tap my face when I wash my face first thing in the morning. I do some light tapping with the tips of my fingers. And what that does is it gets the blood moving, gets your cells going, wakes everything up. It's great for your skin. And this is the same. We're doing a little bit of a body twist here, along with tapping our body as we come around.
Now, one of the things on this one, try and think of this as directed by the waist. So bend your knees.
I'm going to adjust my camera.
And when you shift over, pull this hip back and push this one forward so that I end up facing to the side. And then pull this one across. So you really want to think of this as shifting your weight back and forth.
I can feel it in my hip flexors.
And if you get low enough, you'll be able to keep this foot pointed forward. Don't turn it. Keep that foot pointed forward and fold at the hip.
I can feel the stretch in my hip flexor. That's what's, I love that part about it.
And it'll also work on the gluteus minimus and gluteus medius.
Mine's a gluteus maximus.
Yeah.
I can tell you that right now.
Hands on your hips.
That's where I gain weight. When I first start gaining weight, is my hips and my belly. So I have a gluteus maximus for sure right now. I need to work on that. So hip rotations, just so great for you. You need to have mobility as you age, as you get older, through all of your joints, hips particularly. So, you just want to make sure that you're moving your hips and your ankles and shoulders, but we're doing hip rotation right now. You're just drawing a circle on the floor with your hip. You can also go side to side if you want. Do the cha-cha-cha. See, we have fun along the way, right? This is what it's all about. Knee circles, getting those knees warmed up. You can also incorporate your ankles with this particular move as well. It feels so good on my feet. That's what I love about this one. So good. It was really good. Shoulder rolls. When I just said that, I thought of cinnamon rolls. Is that bad?
It's, yes.
So just rolling all it, just getting the synovial fluid going in our shoulders. Yeah. Woo. I feel a little warmed up. It was rough getting out of bed this morning.
It was.
I won't lie. So that's the other thing. Motivation. We're just doing a little bit of head roll here. There's going to be days where you're going to hop out of bed and say, I'm excited about working out or getting my body moving because you're starting to see progress and you're feeling great. And then there's going to be days where you don't feel like getting out of bed and you don't feel like working out. And those are the days that you have to push yourself to do it anyway. Do it anyway. There's never been a day that I've worked out that I've regretted. I've always been happy that I pushed myself a little bit when I had. This morning's one of those days. I did not. I get out of bed, made coffee, and I'm like, I do not want to work out. Okay, so now we're going to get.
Now we're going to work out.
It was on my pot. It's the logo of my.
Oh yes. All right, guys. Pick up your kettlebells, put it in position. Who we got here?
Yeah, let's
Bob.
see who we have.
I hate to live downstairs. That's true, yes. There isn't anybody downstairs.
We're on the first floor. I picked that.
Jasmine, get your kettlebell ready. Mary Jones. Tammy, good morning, Tammy.
We
Get your kettlebell ready.
Tammy, my sister.
How did she get them both at the same time?
Well,
Amazing.
she is amazing, actually. She is an amazing. She's coming to visit at some point soon. Yeah.
Okay.
Whoever else we have that we can't see. Some people are incognito.
Yes. Kettlebell down between your feet.
Mm-hmm.
Sit back into your hips. 2 hands on the belt. Pull yourself down a little bit lower, stretching out. Now let the arms go straight. Keep rising. Pick the kettlebell up. Keep the shoulders seated. Keep the core fired. Rotate the bell around your body. 1,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Another way.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Now, two-handed swing. 1, 2, 3. 1 hand. Change to the other hand. Now alternate hands. To the rack. Swing to the rack. Change hands. Hold. Now you're going to change to the other hand as you rack. Again. And hold. Press overhead. Again. Change hands. Set it down.
Whew. Make sure you're drinking plenty of water too.
Yeah, nicely done. Nicely done. Liz, make sure you get your kettlebell, Liz. Mary Jones. Who else do we got here?
We have
Cannot
Erica.
pronounce that name.
Erica is with us, amongst many others this morning. You know, spring is on its way. We're in February as of today. Before you know it, spring's going to be here, summer's going to be here. So let's get ourselves in shape. Not only do we get in shape, but we feel better. Makes you feel better about yourself. It makes you look better in your clothes. It Get your blood going. It's just
Absolutely.
overall good stuff. Make sure you're eating good food, good whole foods. Kick out the processed stuff. Kick out the soda. Kick out all the crap.
Especially the soda.
I haven't drank. I haven't drank soda in.
Occasionally I'll have a ginger ale.
Yeah. I really
Otherwise,
don't. Once in a while.
Okay, put the kettlebell handle east and west. Stand with it next to your right foot. Turn both feet 45 degrees to the right. Left hand on your hip. Bend the right knee and kick your hip back. Now, again, think with this hip, moving it backwards. Don't think of bending over. Think of your body bends over as a consequence of the hip moving back, right? So reach this, you should have this hand directly over the bell. And now here's how to tell if you're doing it right. If I look straight down, if you hold your hand and you look straight down at the bell, that hand is going right down. So when I go down, if I go like this and my hand hanging straight down ends up over here,
Then you're doing
I've done it wrong.
correctly.
If my arm is straight down to the bell and I kick my hip back and I end up reaching that hand straight down, well, now I'm getting somewhere. Does that make sense?
Yeah. To me, it's hard to I had to get used to moving my hips.
Yeah.
As I got older, my hips don't move like they used to. So it was
Not gonna comment.
It's
Okay.
It's not that kind of show, people.
Okay. Reach down, grab the bell. You should feel the gluteus maximus and gluteus medius and minimus all tightened up right now, stretched out. Grab the bell, tighten your core, and push your hip forward and back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Set it down.
I can tell you too that if you're not working out and working your body, 10 years will make a huge difference on your body. So if you're not doing anything, in 10 years from now, you're not going to be able to recognize yourself. Not only will you not have energy, but your body will change in shape, and not a shape that you're probably going to like. Exactly. And it happens that quick, 5 to 10 years. Mm-hmm. You all of a sudden you're like, what the heck? Yeah.
Okay, now with the kettlebell next to your left foot, turn your feet towards the left. Right hand on the right hip, left hand on the inside of the thigh. Kick the hip back, grab the bell. Now don't pick it up quite yet. Hips forward. Look down at your arm. Make sure you're doing it correctly. Kick the hip back to reach the arm straight down. Tighten your core, seat your shoulder, lift the bell. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Turn your feet to the front. Set it down.
Especially for those of you who are young, who are looking at your body and going, oh no, I've got this, I don't have to do anything. Yes, you do. Because 10 years from now, you're not going to look the same if you're not doing something like moving or building strength or
it's true.
That type of thing.
Okay, so now we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to do the kettlebell over our head. That was the low windmill. Now we're going to do the high windmill.
You go to a smaller bell.
So start with your feet pointing straight ahead. Take the kettlebell in your left hand. Swing it to the rack. Press it overhead. Lock your arm. Now turn your feet 45 degrees to the right. Right hand on the inside of the thigh. At this point, you must look at the kettlebell. Now, kick the hip back, elbow to the knee. Back to the sky. 1. 2, focus on the hip. 3. 4. 5. Let's go to 10. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Point your feet to the front. Return to the rack. Change hands. Press it overhead. Turn your feet to the left. Left hand on the inside of the thigh. Look up. Kick the hip back. Tighten the core. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 10. Point your feet to the front. Return to the rack. 2 hands and set it down. How'd that feel?
Okay.
It's not an easy exercise.
It's tough keeping my arm locked up while I'm trying to concentrate on moving and getting my hip.
It's a
Making
lot.
sure that I'm doing both the right way at the same time.
But this is the thing. It is very difficult to do all the pieces of the exercise correctly. Like she said, keeping your arm locked, shoulders seated, core fired, don't bend your back, moving the hip the proper way. That's a lot to think about in one exercise. But that's the nature of functional strength. Functional strength is all about understanding how to keep parts of your body frozen and splinted and solidified as you're using other parts. See, most of the time when people hurt themselves, it's not picking up something heavy. You know, when I was a body worker, people would come in all the time, big, strong dudes that would go, they'd hobble in and they'd go, I really hurt myself. And I'd say, well, what'd you do? He's like, well, I was trying to put my seatbelt on. And I reached over and yanked on it. And, Or they reached over to pick up their wallet. Or they literally reached in their back pocket to get something and hurt their back.
Yeah.
This is because the body has to be stabilized in order to move. And we think of it in terms of the movement and the lift. We don't think about, if I'm picking up 200 pounds with my arms, well, my legs are picking up that same 100 pounds plus my body. There's more going on with the parts that aren't doing the lift than there are the parts that are doing the lift. Rant over. Okay.
Well, it's good information because a lot of people don't know that, or sorry, my hair. I'm trying
Diane
to
McCormick.
grow my hair out here, but I have a lot of hair. It's just baby time. It's like a little baby hair, so I'm trying to grow it out. And this is what I do. I grow it out and I go, ah, nope, and then I cut it. Then I go, nope, and then I grow it out. And
Put the kettlebell aside.
I'm in the growing out stage.
We're going to work on a new exercise today.
Oh my.
It's called the woodcutter.
Okay.
And this is what it looks like. I'm going to stand with my feet not quite as wide as my kettlebell swing, a little bit narrower. Bend my knees. I'm going to imagine that I've got a kettlebell in my hand. And here's the exercise. I sit and fold at the hip. I don't rotate my body. I'm not rotating the vertebrae. I'm keeping my core fired, keeping my shoulders seated. And you can put your hands right together. Sit back into one hip and bring your hands to 90 degrees. And now bring it up. And now stop.
Okay.
Nope, that's not stop. Stop up here. Now, look at yourself. Shoulders even, hands come to a point. So there's a triangle. If it was this way, it would be off, right? Hands in front of your face.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Now, so you've got fists in front of your face, shoulders in front of your face, hips aligned with them.
Okay.
So in other words, if my hips go this far, I don't continue like this.
Gotcha.
Because now I've rotated the vertebrae. So in other words, it's here. All in the hip, everything from here to here is frozen solid, all the way to here. So go back down and freeze. So what you've got is you're coming down, and then the arms continue a little bit. So think fists in front of your belly button, all the way to the top, all the way to the bottom. Your fists in front of your belly button. That's really good. You've got it at the bottom. Go back to the bottom. That's perfect. Now at the top, think the same thing. Don't continue. Yeah. You feel it? It's hard, isn't it?
Well,
now watch this.
It's just practice. It's hard to keep your
That's the woodcutter.
So let me do it this way.
So you have to bend your knees and fold at the hip. Yes, that's the fold right there. Right.
How far do they go?
A little better than shoulder high. The bell shouldn't be end up higher than your head. And you want to imagine that you're cutting down a tree. Right? Imagine that kettlebell is a big blade and you're cutting a tree with it. Right? Now watch this. Don't do this.
Yeah.
Try and stay upright. What's gonna? Yeah. So that opening exercise that we did, there, the further I can go here, folding at the hip, the better I can do the lower part of this exercise. When I shift over here, the further I can fold into this hip is going to determine how far across I can get the kettlebell. So you want to think of, go ahead, that down, here, and then at the top, here. So you have to fold that. So go like this at the top and can bring these 2 points together.
I don't understand.
Well,
I don't understand the top part.
so at the top, you're standing up a little bit too high.
Oh.
Keep yourself a little bit lower so that. So look at this part here as you come across. Right?
Okay.
Good. See how you see the folds in your pants here?
Yeah.
Go to the other side, and you should have the same thing. Yes, you're getting it. More.
So does this hip go like this?
Nope, it rotates. See this here? See what I'm saying? Watch this. Watch. See the fold there?
Yeah.
Same thing on the other
Okay, so
side.
let's try it without the arms.
Okay. Yes. Yes. So you want, but
my hands
your
can stay.
your hands continue. Your
Right.
hands. So your hands only go as far as your hips. And that's so really what we're talking about here is we learned how to seat our shoulder. Now we're learning how to seat our hips, right? You don't release the hip.
So do I put my weight in this foot then?
Yes, you do.
Okay. So I have to shift my weight over.
You have to shift your weight over and keep your foot pointing straight ahead and make the movement here, there. Yeah. It's hard. This is a hard one. So we won't do this with the kettlebell yet because first you have to get the form of the movement. Then you put it under load. And this is a really important thing for all of our functional movements. You can't take a movement that's unfamiliar and put it under load.
Yeah, I definitely need work with this one. I don't really understand.
That's okay. Yeah, this one takes time.
Okay. It looks easy, like we just go inside, but it's not that way.
It isn't. Okay, so we're going to go to doubles. So I got you a pair of 8s.
Okay.
And I've got a pair of 12s here. Yeah. And we're going to do some double long cycle.
Oh, wow.
So that's double swing to the rack, double press overhead. Now this one, getting your arms locked out, both of them is real challenge. So that's what we're going to work on. Here we go. 2 hands on the bells, and bring them up to the rack. Sit back into your hips. Return. Swing. Rack. 2. Go to 10. And pull it in. Hold right here. We're going to do one more exercise before we finish up today. We're going to alternate racks with the kettlebell. Looks like this. And put them down.
Whew. That was tough.
Nicely done.
That was tough for me.
Whew. Nice work, guys. If you followed us.
If you actually did it. So if you didn't
and you
do
sat there
it,
drinking coffee.
we're going to call you out. Because it's time to get started. You've been watching us for a while. You see us every morning, Monday through Friday.
Not going anywhere.
It's time to get up and start doing these. No more messing around, no more fooling around. It's time to get busy. It's time to get in shape. It's time to live your life and have fun doing it. Don't forget to laugh and have a good time, and use this as a time to energize yourself, strengthen yourself, motivate yourself. This is the foundation of your day and the foundation of your life. And we're here to help you do that. Thank you so much for joining us today. It is Monday. We'll be back here bright and early, 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. tomorrow morning. It'll be Tuesday. Have a fantastic day. Make this
Groundhog
day
Day.
a fantastic day. Sending out love, joy, peace, happiness, energizing vibes to all of you, and special healing energies for any of you in the world today who may be suffering, in the hopes that you find some peace in your day. We love you. Thank you for joining us. Bye for now. Have a fantastic day. Take care, everybody.